YTD numbers now, right?
Mhm.
What
Sorry,
was that we
earlier
calculated
function,
earlier?
earlier function.
Uh, No,
Okay.
no, no, not
Mhm.
earlier function. We did calculate YTD itself, right?
Right. See, this
So
is
total
YTD.
YTD.
Total. This is total YTD,
And
and this one we
okay,
have calculated via dates YTD. Okay, but both the value is same. If you check the answer will is the same, but the difference is only the function name and the reason of name and the how to format this function only.
means
Otherwise, all the
output is the same.
yeah, output is same,
Output is
only the
same.
function is different, right? But
Okay,
but
okay.
but see, total YTD is using when you have a lesser column or lesser advanced analytics. But dates YTD using when you have a suppose multiple dates, suppose one date table, but you have a many columns, so you have to use dates YTD because it will give you the this is more dynamic because for this you can more dynamic is why I will tell you more dynamic is why. See, this is your return. I just copy this one and new measure. This function is using by a financial, suppose if you are in financial company where the year ending start with suppose April to March, this is your year ending. So I just click on this table, this function again, copy. Okay, and I can write it here as guys please mute. Okay, so see, YTD employee 2 means this is function and all the things are same, but let me tell you what is the reason. Calendar date table and see year end date. Year end date means what is your year ending. Suppose if your year ending is in June 2000, June 30, only the month and the date, then it will give you the value. Suppose my year ending is March 31st. Okay, my year ending is March 31st, and then I can just give you the example. Enter. And what is the difference guys between this? See, when I put this YTD into this column, see, this YTD using via first for 2019 and ending via 2000. When you check, suppose if I just click on this outside, see, we have total of 5 year data now. Sorry. Actually, I have lot of data into this Power BI. That is why it is hanging. Actually, my telling thing is this that in YTD employee, this YTD employee count Power BI automatically from Jan to December only. Okay, Jan to December. But this YTD employee count only uh, ending on the see ending is 31st March and starting is from first four. But in this, not even the starting, it is continuing. But this function is ending on the March. So if you're working in some most financial companies and your year end is starting from March of 31st, then you can write here is a just an ending date, ending month, and ending year, ending month and date only. Then your year is starting from first. I can just write it here as it's a financial data or financial month, financial year. Okay, it is a financial year data wise you have, so that is why we use dates YTD. If you need complete total YTD for total year wise, then you use a total YTD. So there's a difference between these two, that why we use dates YTD and why we use total YTD. Okay, now you understand, or any other doubt? Hello.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Harsh.
So Actually, Power BI is very handy. Let me check my network. I think network is slow from my side. That is the reason. Okay. So no worry. Yeah. Now I am going to move into my another function, that YOY. Okay. How to calculate YOY. But before YOY moving, I am asking you a
Harsh, we
question.
can't see your screen.
Sorry.
We can't see your screen.
Okay. Let me show again. Now you are able to see.
Yeah.
Okay, so before moving Y to YOY function, okay, YOY, it is very important for every organization. So first I need to ask, what is actually YOY? Why we using in our company YOY? Why? Anyone?
Just to show comparison year to year.
Year to year in percentage basis or in numerical basis? Because there is a
In
many.
percentage basis as well as numerical basis.
Okay, so see
In
how to
both way.
calculate. See how to calculate. Suppose this one is date, okay, and we have a total employee. Same way I'm using as a year. For this calendar table, instead of basic, suppose I need top 10. I'm going to use top 10 year wise. Now we have a 10 year. Okay. If I select only 2015, then 2014, so we have a 2014 year data. And see, I have already created a YOY. What is my YOY? Let me just check. Mail, total employee last year, this function. Okay, so put this function here, total YTD. Okay, oh sorry, last year function. When I click on this is your last year, and when you read completely, the key measure means total employee calculate, date add means -1. So -1 means, guys, suppose current year 2014 and this value give you 2013 data. Okay, so for this I am going to use my YOY. So I'm just going to add one more measure. I'm going to add here.
Harsh, somebody's talking very loudly from your background.
No, I think I did not get any voice. I'm muting all. I think it's from your side because I have already mute all. Okay, so now it's employee. Just a minute. Just a minute. Give me one. Yeah, hello. Can you?
Yes, Harsh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
it's
someone,
better.
yeah, it's the background voice. When I go outside, then I turn. Okay. So now I'm going to use as employee YOY. And now it's a difference. It's a difference into number only. Okay. So there is a just similar thing. Total employee minus last year employee. That is just a simple. See this one. Total employee minus total employee last year. And when you put enter, it will give you the value of differences. Same way. Go to this key measure. Okay. And employee YOY. Now see the value. When I select this table, see now it's a difference. Total employee is 14 into the current day, current year, and last year we have a 3, so we have a difference of 11. Okay, same way. When you move into 2015, the all the value is changing. See, now it's 14 and it's 17, 14, and difference is 3. So we have all the value. But for this, we have to write a same one thing in this function, enter one condition into this function. That what is the condition? If is blank, if is blank. Okay, if is blank, which function? Yeah, total employee last. If this function is blank, okay, then we have to if this function is blank, then we have to use, sorry, we have to use C. If logical text, if is blank, total employee last year is blank, then result will true, a blank value. We don't need anything. If the result is, if this total employee is blank, then we need blank. Otherwise, we have to format this function and just put enter. What is this actually? Suppose in this file, this is blank. If this file, this is a blank, and this minus this is 5. Okay, so we need, this is also a blank. So that is the reason that we are going to use this function, because YOY only valid for those year in which we have a current year or last year. YOY is not calculate on this difference like current year. If you don't have in the last year 0, then YOY is not suitable for that purpose. So YOY is suitable only for that purpose, in which suppose instead of this date field, I just go to this date. I am selecting a year because date does not show in the complete sentence. I'll select this function and see. We have a total of 1986. Yeah, now see, suppose if the current year we have 1 and in the previous year we don't have 0, then we don't need to YOY, because YOY is valid only then when we have a current year and previous year data, both the year data, then only the YOY is usable. Okay, so if you need, suppose as per your company, if you need like current year minus previous year, then the value is written, then you have to use a simple function. Simple, not simple, you can just remove this function, these two, only this function you can remove, or your difference is there. Only you can remove just this function. I can just write it here as a command. If you put this into the blank, see, it will give you the complete, this one is a green, then it is just a value of your understanding. And if you need the data of YOY, whether it's a difference or not, so you can just check. If you need not this, then you can just click on this and put the bracket here and just put enter. It will give you the this kind of scenario. And why I need this, because I don't think that in my as well as because I am working in YOY since last 2.5 years, so YOY is not important YUY is important, but this function is not important. Like current year minus previous year. If YUY is important only when you have a current year and when you have a previous year, both the year data is only, then you need. Okay, so same way YUY is there, and now I need one more simple function, that YUY in the percentage form. I just click on new measure, YUY growth percentage. Okay, so for this you can use just a simple function divide, and you can put as employee YOY difference in the numerator, and denominator you can use last year, not for total year or last year. Tell me what I can put in denominator. If you need a YOY growth, what I need to put into denominator, total employee current year or last year?
Last year, I believe.
Last year, right? So we need a last. So this last year, and see, second thing, when you comma the alternative result, suppose if you're this value, why I put the is not blank into this, because if my this value is become 0, and if you divide, if your this value is suppose 0 and this value is something, okay, then it will not give you a complete result. Like I will show you in just 1 minute. Suppose right now I need here as 0, or we can write as NA. Okay, why I need this? Suppose if I click on enter and then go to this YOY growth. See, YOY growth, when I written NA, and see the same difference if I put YOY difference. If I put this into suppose comment, if I put this into comment, it will give you the NA value here. See the NA value. Okay, so that is the reason that we should use this function into this, because if this value is blank, because you have to divide function using into this value, and if this value is blank and divide numerator is blank and denominator is value, then the value is showing as NA. So NA is not a better function. So that is why I using that kind of if blank function and put enter, then the NA value is explicit from here. See, okay, and now go to this employee growth, click here on the percentage column, so it will give you on the percentage wise data. Okay, so now tell me any doubt in this, any doubt you have. And same way you can go to this next table and suppose line chart. Okay, so select this date and you can select your YOY growth. Only this sheet is hanging, you know, other sheet is not hanging, only this sheet is hanging. Why is possible? I don't know. No worry, it will increase your data. Okay, so all the things are done according to me. Okay, so YOY growth is done into this file. So now you have any doubt into this or not? Tell me, anyone related to YOY or related to last year, previous year, same period, this kind of function. If you have any doubt, you can ask me now.
YTD, MTD, YOY, same period, right?
YTD,
And what all functions?
same period, parallel period, date add. Okay, YOY growth, difference between this, like last year, current year difference is blank. This kind of function we are using today. Okay. If you have any doubt, you can ask. Or I am just giving you one more example. Go to new measure. And guys, this function is not only for your HR data or not only for your any data. You can go for any data. Any means sales data, actual data, budget data, comparison data. This function will be same. Only the column name is different. Otherwise, all the things are same into this. And right now, I am going to use as running total. Running total of particular period. Total of particular period means suppose I am putting as 120 days. Okay, I am putting as 120 days running period. So for this, the main function we have calculate of total employee. The main function we are using total employee. Otherwise, all the things are just a filter or indexing. And I am just using as a filter function and filter. Right? We are going to running total of 120 days. So 120 days means it is a date column. So you are going to select all of the dates, all of the dates column. Okay, so date column, you have a date column into this calendar table. So you have to select, see what is the here table name or column name. So I select first table name. So table name is this, comma, and then you have to use your filter. So filter means under this table name, you have a date column. So you can up, then you select your date column. This one is your table name, and this one is your name. And now this date table and date table column name, you can use your greater than, and you can use your maximum function, and maximum till you can use minus 90 or minus 120 days, because you have running total use for 120 days. So you can go into this date table again, date table, no date column, because right now see the column name. So for this column name, I can just switch on this. I'm going to down first. Go to this filter and
Not sure how we need to remember all these formulas.
I will tell you. See, calendar, this is your column name greater than maximum. And for this maximum, you can use your date column. Calendar function of date column, and you have to minus 120 days, because you need a 120 days running total. And if you need 90, then you can put here 90. If you need 80, 70, 60, you can put. And then you have to concatenate. Concatenate means, suppose if your running total 120 days is done, then next 120 days is next line, next 120 days is next paragraph. Okay, so running total is just a YTD balance, guys. YTD means suppose your YTD is suitable for full year, 1 to 365 days, but this running total is only for a valid date, like 1st to 20, and then 1st to 120, and then concatenate with again with the first to 120, again with the first to 120, again with the first to 120, with your knowledge. And what is 120? You have a date column, you have a calendar date. This one is your date column, and now you put, earlier you put maximum. Where is a maximum? This one is a maximum. Now you put a less than, because is this one is a maximum. I will tell you in a great way that how to use a maximum again, and then put your calendar table. Less than or equal to. Okay, then again you can use max of date column, calendar date column. Okay, and then you close the bracket just first time, second time, and third time, and then enter. And see, I can just write it a comment on this example as well as calculate expression only. Okay, this function is used calculated expression only. Now filter it. So filter all dates. Just a simple thing, filter all dates, and then select the 120 days. till the 120 days. Suppose your date is start from 1/1/2020 to not even, and you can not select a date, you can just select the 120 days, 1/1 to 120 days. And suppose your 120 days and suppose your 120 days and on suppose 120 means 3 month, right? So 3 month, it means your ending is first for 2020, again first for 2020, and then again this function start, again this function start. Okay, so this function is using by a select till the 120 days and maximum date is till 120, means calendar date minus 120, means suppose in the calendar date you have a 1200 dates, so 1200 minus 120 is equal to maximum. Okay, and concatenate with the calendar date with maximum, but this time less than, and that time greater than, and this time less than. It means you have a period between them, and you can just put your this running total you have for 120 days. And guys, one more thing, suppose you said that how to remember that kind of things. Okay, so don't even start with the just a remember things. In the starting, you have to just put this kind of max function into your suppose one that kind of sheet. See that kind of notepad into your own, and make all this function in your own. Start reading, filter it out, whether it's a filter it out or not. See, you need to change only for every project just a total employee and just a calendar. Otherwise, everything are same. 120 is same. If you need suppose 90 days running total, you don't need to write again and again. Just copy this formula. I can just enter this function and go to the new measure again. Okay, and just instead of 120, you can just put minus 90, minus 30, or minus 60. You can just write it here as suppose 90 days. So you can go to this and put 90 days and enter. Okay, and when you go to this table again, in the this table, suppose I'm using the table. See, in the starting it will take some time, but don't worry, you will do it. I know it is not that much hard. When you put all this together, your value will be there. Right now, I don't know why it is not working complete, but the formula is correct. Okay, and they will give you the value, but it will refreshing, taking us so much of time. Just I'm just taking as a slicer here. Okay. (2018). See, in 2018, this is 90 days in total. See, the all the value will be first, and 90 days. What is 90 days, guys? Listen, 1/1/2018. When you go down, see, 90 days. 1/1/2018 to I think March. See, in the 31st March, you have a 590. So it will complete the running total till the end of 90 days. And same way, 120 days means it will complete the value. See, it will open in 1991 for 120 days is complete, and then it will going to add one more thing. Again and again, it will adding all the data. Okay, and now see all the values. It is starting from 931. So same way, data will be starting till the 90 days and 120 days. And when you show into this line chart, you can show it. This table, select into line chart, you can show into that table also, or that line chart also. So now tell me, because I'm going to share this file with you so that you can identify and make your calculation into your file, and then we will continue the class tomorrow. Any doubt you have? Because you have to make practice till, yesterday or till tomorrow, so that we can, if you have any doubt, you can directly ask me in the live or send it to me doubt on my WhatsApp so that I can refer you in today class. Okay.
So,
Any-
Harsh, are you going to tell us turnover tomorrow, right?
Yeah, right, tomorrow,
Got
because
it.
turnover also it will take some that time. Okay, turnover and retention ratio, these two are the most important. Turnover also it will, and turnover is not a very low, because right now running total is very hard, so turnover is more than running total. Okay, but yes, I will tell you, don't worry. Okay,
Okay, Harsh.
any other query you have in your mind? Any other?
Hi Ash, can you send me this recording in this from beginning HR project?
Sure. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Harsh, is there any way, I mean to say, like we show our dates in slicers?
Right. Sorry. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah. Hello. Tell me.
Harsh, is there any way we show our dates in slicers, right?
You have you need to show your only date or year or month.
I mean to say, I need to show my date in calendar format. I mean to say, as soon as I click on that, a calendar should appear.
Okay.
And I
Yeah.
should select date.
Let me show you. See, in this calendar format, right? When I go to this filter, okay, you can just select your date. See, in this way, okay, this is your calendar format. Like this, if you want to change, the calendar format is there. Change the calendar format is there. This one is right. This one you asking?
That's right. That's right. How did you do this? Sorry.
Just a simple make a slicer.
Okay.
Okay,
You
and
want
put the
to add
complete date. Okay, it is a range
all
wise, and not put here from a list. Here is the option of list. You don't put list, just put a simple thing. Okay, and same way you can, if you need to change the date, it is calendar format. Okay.
All right. Go.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, then we will meet tomorrow again for this continuous session, and tomorrow we will complete this HR dashboard with complete. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for joining.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, sir. Thank you.